There is nothing that you can do good that God cannot do better. There is nothing. People that don't allow the help of God, they die struggling. For those who are returning subscribers, we really appreciate you and I say thank you so much for your support. And if you have stopped by for the very first time, my name is Lillian Mr. Titus. Welcome to my channel, and I believe this video will bless you. So, I know in one way or another in our life that we pass through difficulties, and sometimes we don't know how to come out. Sometimes we don't know what way should we do to come out from this situation, and sometimes giving up is the best option available to do. But I want to tell you that it's not over today. I want to use my own story that God helped me, and now I'm here as a testimony to you. I remember in 2020 when I just finished my college and I looked for scholarship, and by God's grace I got a scholarship to one of the good universities in India, and I was so happy. I told my parents, told my friends that I've got a scholarship to India. I really wanted to go to India. I was so excited to come to India. And my mom told me that I cannot fund you to go to India because we were not in a good state financially at home. But still inside of me, I knew that coming to India is the best thing to do. I really wanted to come here. And my parents, as you know, parents can go extra mile to make sure that you got what you want. So they were able to support me in a hostel for me to be able to come here. And I remember the day that I'm going to the airport. I was so happy. If people could see me, or people that we came with, if they watch this video, they will not even believe what I'm going to say right now. But few of them knew that I had only $10 in my pocket as a pocket money. Going to another continent, you're going to a new country, you don't know anybody, there's no relatives, and you have only $10. And I was so happy at the airport. I would try to put some of the pictures. I was so happy. I take a lot of pictures because I didn't care much for all those things. But I was just happy that God made it, that I'm going, you know. And then when we reached to India, that's where things started shaking. Things become so difficult because we needed to pay money for medical insurance, $50. They needed us to pay money for academic fee, half the semester, which is $500. We're supposed to buy food accessories because when you arrive in India and if you don't eat spices, we don't know how you're going to survive here. And I am one among the people that I don't like spices. For country like Nigeria, Ghana, they love spices. So I think they didn't face a lot of difficulties. But for people like me that don't like spicy, the mess food was not a good thing for us. I was struggling with stomach ache, but I was forcing myself every day to go to eat with smile because I knew that even if I decided to entertain the feeling I have no option. You know, most of the time when you have options, that's why you can do whatever you want to do. But when you are out of the options, you do what is needed. Yes. So I was eating. I was not even complaining to my mom or my parents. They didn't even know that I was complaining with a stomach ache or anything. Money demands keep on popping. Everything abroad needs money. You going out needs money. You moving out needs money. You want ice cream needs money. It's not like at home. You can just go to the shop and lend from nearby any shop there and they'll ask like, Uncle, can I have this? Mama will pay you. There's nothing like that. Yeah, anything you do is money. Except education is money. The AC you're using is money. Everything was money. And I was so frustrated. How can I pay my school fees? God, how can I pay school fees? And I read this Bible verse in First Genesis. It says, in the beginning God created heaven and earth, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was all over, and the Spirit of God was hovering upon the top of the water. And the Bible says, God said, let there be light, and the light was being formed. And I started meditating that word in my life. I was like, God, I'm experiencing darkness in my life. Let there be light. Let there be light. I don't want to be returned back to my country because I failed to pay school fees. I don't want to be chased out of the hostel because I didn't have money. God, I need the light of God. This is the time that I really need to experience the light. I need to experience the light of God in my life. And God gave me an idea. He gave me an idea to start hair business. I was so scared. It's like, no, I cannot do a business because I was not a fashion person. I didn't even like hair. I didn't like that. I didn't like beauty. I was not that person at all. Like I was that person that I don't speak to people. But God was like, how can I sell business without talking to people? And I'm very bad in talking. That's what I was believing in myself. But God was telling me that you can do it. And this is another lesson that I want you to learn, is that God can bring a new idea that you've never expected, that it looks so ridiculous in your mind, but He knows that you need it. He knows that that one can work for you. So no matter the idea God is giving you right now, maybe God has told you to start selling this, start cooking, start teaching people, start around the business, start A, B, and Z, start this, but you're scared because you think you're not qualified to do that because you've never done it before, you don't have an experience. And when God brings a light, it doesn't need experience. The light need to come out. And I was like, I believe you, Jesus. I made a research about the hair product. I asked my sister for the loan. Like, can you give me a loan? I want to do the business. My first sister, I will turn the money for you. And she gave me the money. And this is another thing. If you have people in your life, people that can support you, people that they can trust you, people that you can call when you are losing it and they can still pick you up, those are the people you're supposed to hold with all your two hands. Those are the people that deserve your attention because they're always there to support you. And my sister was so supportive. They gave me the money, and my friend, she was so kind and so driven. She really supported me. And we started doing the business of hair. The business growed. God started giving us idea. Let's bring accessories. Let's bring hair accessories. Let's bring different kind of braids. I'll put some crepe here so that people can see that the business, so they will not think maybe she's just talking. And then I started doing it. I started learning to communicate. I started learning new things. I started seeing the light of God. I started getting the money, be able to pay my school fees. I was able to my life to be able to be in track. I was able to eat ice cream. Yes, because when I arrived in India for the first 1 month, I couldn't. My friend was the one buying me ice cream. Shout out to you, Gigi. She was the one buying me ice cream. I can't even explain this. It was so amazing to have people like that in my life. And another thing that I want you to have, in a situation that you're passing through, God will surround you with people that can carry you at the level that you are. I'm telling you, you may feel like you're alone. You may feel like there's nothing, no one helps you. But when you look around, there are people. Maybe they can't help to pay the school fees for your kid. Maybe they can't help you to come out from that maybe backlog, or you've failed in exam. Maybe they can't help you to take you directly from the problem you are right now. But they are there. They are there with you. Learn to look around and to see that they are there. And another thing that I was so grateful, the business expanded, become a big business in my university. I started getting a lot of orders. We started by 10 kg, we went to 20 kg, we went to 60 kg. I was able to pay my school fees, I was able to support hostel fees for my mom, and I was able to take care of myself. But when I was starting, I couldn't do that. When I get a time, next time we'll talk more about this video. We'll talk more about it, how the business was doing, how I was doing managing school and the business at the same time. But I want to tell you this. The Bible says in the same verses I've read for you, 3 verses in Genesis, that the earth was without form and void. Maybe your life now it has no form. Your life is void. Maybe your life will experience darkness. But I want to tell you to learn this thing. The Bible says, in the beginning, God. Learn to put God first. In the beginning, not your boyfriend. In the beginning, marriage. In the beginning, car. In the beginning, house. In the beginning, beauty. In the beginning, children. Put God first. Let in your life, in the beginning, God. There is nothing that you can do good that God cannot do better. There is nothing. People that don't allow the help of God, they die struggling. It's enough. You don't need to struggle anymore. Allow the help of God in your life. Allow God to help you. Allow God to remove the back in your shoulder. Allow God to expose your eyes into a different angles of things that you can do. Stop limiting yourself in a one box, believing that that's the only thing you can achieve and make it right. God is telling you to do something different, and you're scared and you're freaking out, believe that this cannot work. People see me ridiculous. You have a lot of minds in your mind telling you that you cannot. Even myself, when I want to start a YouTube channel, I had a lot of ideas in my mind. People will say this, people will say this, my family will look this, my family will look that. But you see what? I'm continuing making this video, and for you to support me, please subscribe. Yes, but I want to tell you that God can change your life. I love one verse, it's really encouraged. He said that God shall supply all your needs according to its riches in His glory. Start asking God for big things. Stop asking God for things that you think you can handle. Stop asking God for things that you think that you and your parents, you and your friends, if you make your deals right, you play your cards right, it will work. Stop asking God for things like that. Start asking God for things that makes Him to look like God. Start asking God for things that really, if you look at that problem you're telling Him, He'll be a God in your life. Because there's nothing that is impossible to God. There is nothing. I am a testimony. I'm in India. This is my 5th year. I've been here for 5 good years. I've never been removed from class because of school fees. I've never been prevented to do exam because of school fees. I've finished all my years on time because of God's glory. Because of God's glory. If you have tried everything and everything didn't work for you, try God. Try God. Because me, I can tell you, it always works. It always works. So this testimony, I wanted to encourage you that you can become anything. Allow God to help you. Put God first. Stop trying to help God. Stop trying to help God. Things that God tells you He can do to you. Things that God promised you that He will do in your life. Stop helping God to do those things. Allow Him to be God. Allow Him to be God. The day you fail to help God, God will become God in your life. Have a nice day.